siyempre nakipag-coordinate tayo with the Bureau of Immigration, and yung mga point of entries na identify natin is being monitored, eh sasabihin natin wala naman pong record ng paglabas. But of course, I know that the next question, there are personalities na nakalabas ng bansa natin na hindi lumalabas yung records nila sa immigration. So, alam naman natin po yung parang yung ating geographical contour natin. Talagang there are lots of point of entries and exits sometimes that we cannot monitor. But we are getting leads every day na ang sinasabi is nandito pa rin po siya sa Pilipinas. No? So, we have dedicated a team, actually teams to track Senator Bato. Kung saan po siya, actually, ang ginawa namin, backtrack namin from the time that he disappeared sa Senado noong early morning of May 14. At the same time, we already ordered yung lahat ng district and regional offices to do their own monitoring po sa kanilang respective areas. Apart from the dedicated team, a tracking team to go after to locate Senator Bato de la Rosa. We'll try to locate and effect the arrest of Senator Bato de la Rosa. It's one of the major concern kasi nga galing siya sa law enforcement, so he knows how the law enforcement officers behave, kung paano siya itatrack or hahanapin. So, ang sa akin lang naman dito, eventually, the law will catch up with you and the law enforcers will get you kung saan ka man naroroon. That's why I'm always appealing, if I have an opportunity, to Senator Bato to surrender kung saan na siyang sumuko at harapin niya yung kanyang hinaharap na kaso sa ICC. Pero by the looks of it, baka dyan na nga siya sa Senado, bigla pang nawala. Sabi ko nga, huli na, naging bato pa. We're doing search or locating a fugitive from justice. Ang presumption namin lagi is armado yan at delikado yung magiging approach. So, ang instruction po natin sa every time na limbawa nag-positive na or even doon sa area na suspected na talagang nandoon siya is kailangan maging maingat po sa pag-uni dahil that's always the presumption. Especially Senator Bato, who used to be chief of police natin, a major law enforcement natin dito sa Pilipinas. At the same time, what happened doon tayo sa Senado, it shows yung factor na yan na maaaring talagang armado po yung tao na ito. Because when it comes to its arrest, it's the Department of Justice po talaga ang magbabagay ng instruction dyan. As of now, the instruction to us is to locate and effect the arrest of Senator Bato de la Rosa. It's always considered din po every time that we are looking after for a fugitive dahil hindi naman po baka kakilos yan ng siya lang na walang tumutulong. And in fact, there are personalities na supposed to shed light at sumagot po doon sa mga katanungan kung nasaan na si Bato. Confirm na sa kanya sumakay, nakisakay sa kanya at ibinaba niya sa isang lugar kung saan na kinuha. So I think without even the law enforcement asking Senator Padilla kung asan, I think he's a responsible senator, responsible citizen na alam na niya na ngayon na dapat panagot sa batas. Siya na mismo ang voluntarily to shed light. I think that this should be answerable under the law. It's being studied and built up by the Department of Justice in coordination with other agencies involved po. Again, I'll go back to what I said, that he is a responsible citizen, senador siya. At you have to remember, sinabi nila that Senator Bato was under their protective custody. So you know yung isang dapat na sagutin ng Senado na you took it upon yourself nung May 11, nung kami po yung unang pumunta ron para i-effect yung arrest, na usapang lalaki po yun with the Senate President and with the other senators na they are saying he is under the protective custody of the Senate. So ano ibig sabihin po nun? If you took it upon yourself na protective custody mo, ang ibig sabihin nun na pagka hindi nyo siya pwedeng kuhain sa amin, kami nang bahala, pero pag kailangan niya ng managot sa batas, we will make him available. At yan po yung eksaktong sinabi nung okay nakikipag-usap sa kanila nung Lunes na pagka meron na talaga, pag may order at talaga namang dapat na siyang isuko, hindi naman tatakas yan, hindi susuko. So, That is protective custody. I will make an example for our public to easily understand. Pumasok ka halimbawa ng isang department store, pinaiwan mo yung bag mo. Sa anong ibig sabihin nun? Ipinagtiwala mo sa kanya yung bag mo na yon, binigyan ka ng numero, sila yung may kustodiya ron. Pag nawala yan, may nangyari dyan sa gamit na yan, at kukunin mo na yon, at hindi mo mabalik, sino pa mananagot? Yung may hawak ng gamit na yon. Dahil you took it upon yourself that you will secure it. Baka yata ang pinagtataka nga rito, baka iba yung definition ng Senado rito sa protective custody. Hindi nyo pwedeng hulihin, pero pwede naming patakasin. Mahirap po yata pagka ganun yung naging sistema natin. Because it will send a bad precedent right now na yung Senate pwede palang pagtaguan ng isang pugante. So, ibig sabihin, kung ikaw may bala kang maging professional criminal at maraming means ka to be a senator, magsisenador ka. Para paghuhulihin ka, nandun ka lang sa Senado. I think kailangan ma-realize natin yon because napapansin ko po, there is a breakdown of law and order right now. And ako ngayon, nandito ngayon sa NBI, kami ngayon sa NBI, that is what we want to promote, that we have law and order. We have to instill law and order and discipline to every Filipino right now. Then that is a big challenge to all of us, especially with the rise of social media. It's always considered din po every time that we are looking after for a fugitive dahil hindi naman po makakakilos yan ng siya lang na walang tumutulong. And in fact, there are personalities na supposed to shed light at sumagot po doon sa mga katanungan kung nasaan na si Bato. Ano po. I cannot divulge publicly but we have technologies to track down people. And other than that, we have counterparts who already helping us also for the tracking. Not only of Senator Bato, but all other personalities who are fugitive from justice. Procedure sa Senate, and I'm speaking not as a director, but as a lawyer, I think I have to agree with the Kongsiya, that when you're a judge, you have to examine the behavior of a witness. I don't think it will be possible for somebody who's attending online hearing to see the body language, the demeanor. It's like you're profiling a witness. Kung ano ba yung behavior niya, kung ano yung mannerisms, kung ano yung nagiging actions niya during the trial. When a question is being asked, dapat siguro ganun, And more than that, sinabi pa na maganda ni Kong Sia is there is a rule na I don't know if it's already been amended by the Senate. But in relation to what you're saying, sir, that I'm waiting for him to go online sa hearing, there are other ways to track him which will not compromise the process of the impeachment. Because that impeachment is, I think, in the hierarchy of importance and in rights, yung impeachment should be treated with the sanctity and sacredness. But yung pag-aresto rin naman kay Senator Bato in the same vein is mabigat din, So we have to strike a balance. At the end of the day, you will look at the rules and the procedure kung ano yung mas dapat natin na masunod. Yes, we want to arrest Senator Bato, but we don't want to go outside of the to our mandate na yung isang aarestuhin mo should be given enough protection also as provided for by our Constitution, by the law of the land.
Director,
But probably the problem sa Pilipinas is not much on the technology, baring hindi ganun ka-advance, but also yung terrain natin Iba yung terrain talaga natin And you have to recognize also the personalities that you mentioned, like Osama bin Laden, he's being tracked for how many years? Nga talaga rito, I'll go back to what I said earlier, is Senator Bato came from the law enforcement. So alam niya how the law enforcement will think and will work in order to track him, So that's maybe the challenge. But we want to arrest him without any delay. Talagang pag nakita natin siya, we will arrest him and bring him to the folds of the justice system. We already opened the application for NBI agents. I just like to share to everyone baka akala po ng marami, yung NBI napakarami namin compared to the Philippine National Police. Ang strength po ng PNP is about 250,000. Ang NBI po, sa buong Pilipinas na po, nasa 2,000 lang kami. And yung agent niyan is about 380. So we are in the process of recruitment kasi ang target po sana namin, every batch, makakuha kami ng mga at least 40 recruits. So when I came in as an NBI director, I want to improve the academy, the NBI Academy. We just opened an NBI Academy in Legazpi. So meron po tayo magiging training facilities. We have one in Baguio but we are now renovating it. Pero what we want to do is put up a big academy. We're targeting Sana Clark, or there's a property in Tanay being donated to us 10 hectares. Yung actual talaga siya na academy, and I will also seek the help of the Congress in this one na ma-legislate din ito, something that is comparable to FBI Academy, na para talaga siyang university. Course na meron kang criminology, pwede po yan, CPA, nurse, yung po may board exam, mga board passers po. Of course, with good moral character, ganyan po. And we are recruiting nationwide para po makadagdag dun sa complement po namin. Sana nga po maraming maging interesado. And right now, marami pong nagiging interesado because I think they've been seeing right now that NBI is very visible. I will be 100 days in my office on June 3, and I'd like to report na we have already apprehended and leading to prosecution and services of warrants of more than 250 cases po from the time that I assumed office in February 21. At lahat po yan, iba-ibang kaso na po yan, ranging from human trafficking, OSAIG, violation of the Dangerous Drug Act, meron din po mga kasama po financial scam, illegal gambling, halo-halo na po yan. Kaya yung po mga allegations sa NBI na puro politika yung inaasikaso, I'd just like to set this way that idea. Kasi kung titingnan nyo naman, ilan lang naman yung politically active personalities na aming nahuli. Mahirap naman po na if we're involved in some sort of politics, sasabihin natin pag hinuli ka, pinupolitika. Just like right now that we're after Senator Bato, he's a fugitive from justice. So, kailangan pong panagutan niya. Kailangan natin siyang arestuhin. Like what happened in Chicago KTV, that is a clear-cut human trafficking. Kailangan pong papanagutin yan. With Jason Shaw, we have to arrest him kasi there is a valid warrant issued by a competent court. So, rest assured that in NBI, we're just doing our mandate, not based on politics, not based on your personal belief, or not based on your preference, or kung ano mang itsura ng tao. So, ang tinitingnan po namin dito ay yung kung ano yung factual, kung ano yung batas na naaayon sa proseso na dapat gawin po base sa mandato ng NBI. Tapos, I think after that, wala na pong sagot yung parties po, it will be submitted for resolution. But there are other individuals that we will be filing additional cases probably next month po. Kinukompleto lang po namin yung aming mga attachment na evidence.
Apo.
So, it's already been, a case was already been filed with the prosecutor of Pasig. Then the other personalities, we have just finished doing the matrix kung ano yung involvement. And eventually, we will file cases. Hopefully, by next week, may file na po namin ito. Pasok po ito sa qualified human trafficking because if the human trafficking is done by 3 or more individuals, immediately qualified. Tapos, if the human trafficking ended up in prostitution, qualified din po yun. And the prosecutor will always recommend a no bail in these cases. Very strict po yung batas natin sa human trafficking. To venerate our God, para magsabihin natin, makipag-usap tayo sa Panginoon. Hindi ngayon, pwede nang murahin yung Diyos. And it's sending a wrong message na yung nangyari lang nitong nakarang linggo, anong salita ng mga ibang senador? Senador kami, hindi dapat kami ganito. For me, that is wrong. Kasi feudal masyado eh. Because you're a senator, you can do things na hindi pwedeng gawin ng ordinary citizen. And I saw one senator, when he was not yet a senator, and one senator is being arrested, nag-live video pa siya sa labas eh. Nandito kami sa labas ng Senado. Dahil senador, hindi ma-aresto, pero kaming mga ordinaryong tao. Pag kasama na kayo ng pulis, sama na lang kami. Hindi ba? Tapos, yung iba, professional, may pwesto, abogado, nag-iba yung standard. I think, siguro, I find my purpose here in NBI, and that is, let's go back to what is proper. Let's go back to what's law and order. I have my fair share also of my mistakes. May nilabas sila na meron akong kinakurs, di ba? Pero that is a private conversation. Iba yun eh. Pero iba yung nag-live ka pa talaga, na sasabihin mo, lahat, papatayin ko kayo lahat. If you see your leaders like that, walang pinag-iba to. Sa bahay natin, mga bata, tayo magulang, nakikitang ganun ginagawa natin, kokopyahin eh. Kasi they will feel na tama yun eh. So, but going back to your question, we are trying to do our share on the most proper and legal way. We're trying to close fake accounts. Doon na nabuhay eh. Alam niyo yung study namin sa NBI ngayon, 30% doon sa social media, umiikot ngayon, either bots or fake accounts na nagpo-promote ng maling impormasyon sa atin. And if people see it, young children or yung medyo kulang sa enough faculties to analyze kung tama yung sinasabi, will just believe it. Nakakagulat, nakakatakot yung nangyayari. And we have to check it. And I'm happy to hear it from Kong Sia kasi kanina, si Sir Ariel, yun yung pinag-uusapan namin privately eh. We have to go back to what is right. Sabi ni Sir Ariel, nung mga bata tayo, hindi naman kami magkaedad ni Sir Ariel, ano? Palagi ko mas matanda sa akin ng konti ito. Nung una, nung may 11, yung mga nagbablog doon, mumurahin ka, babatuhin ka. But when you face them, try to stand up, hindi naman haharap sa'yo. Maraming matapang sa social media. Marami ring abogado ngayon sa social media. It doesn't matter who he is or who we are. Kung ano man yung krimen niya, basta't may warrant, meron talaga kaming protocol na. So kung may lumabas na additional warrant of arrest, we are always ready to enforce and to serve the warrant. So, that's the reason why also we don't want to discuss yung kung paano lumabas, paano pumunta, because we don't want to na ma-preempt tayo ng mga personalities na maaaring may issue at panawaran. Because we understand, we have information that there are severals na ma-issue at panawaran ng ICC. So, ang sinasabi namin dito, lahat naman nga po ng target for the service of warrant, ang aming point of view, we will always be ready. Baka armado at lumaban yung ating subject, no? So siguro yung sinasabi rito kasi when there are footages nung umalis si Senator Bato, may mga dalang duffel bag eh. So there is a suspicion na baka mga baril yun, no? Pero as a matter of protocol po ng NBI, sa lahat naman, we are always ready to serve warrant and our team is always prepared kung sakali po na merong insidente na lalaban po sila. As regards dun sa checkpoint, actually, nung May 13, wala naman po kaming established checkpoints. Ang NBI, we were just invited requested by GSIS to help them to secure the premises. So, doon lang naman po yung sa amin doon. Tapos, yung checkpoint, I think, is being undertaken by the PNP, no? Ano po? So, yung pag-alis noon, wala naman po kaming, una-una, wala kaming presence ng checkpoint, so wala naman po kaming alisin. Our presence was confined to the GSIS building po, sa GSIS compound.